Hi, we're the creators for Bebot. Um, this is Mark. I'm Joseph.
Hello.
We're here to answer questions about the film.
How did I come up with this concept? I think this concept was based on a series of short skits that I was writing years and years
Mm.
back. I think when I was still starting out. I wrote this skits. It's called Pilipinas in Love. It's a bunch of short skits that talks about relationships in the Philippines, basically.
Yeah.
And I think this was one of the skits where there was a drunk uncle who
Yes.
was telling a very obviously untrue tall tale story. Yeah, I think that's where it came from. And then it just morphed into combined it with the legend of Maria Makiling. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's how it came to.
Actually, I remember the first proposed story. It was supposed to be there's a modern version of Maria, and then we go to the Alamat version.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
didn't
There
work
was
out.
an original. Yeah, you still have. I remember you had a rough script of there was this modern version of Maria who was partying, something like that. And then we would somehow, I don't remember how, but we would end up telling the story, the Maria Makiling story. In the end we decided to just go with this retelling of Maria Makiling. Okay, back then it was just we just really liked creating things with lots of texture. Originally it looked like vector style but with textures involved. But for this one, I remember when I was making the character design, I really just wanted it to feel like so textury and stuff. That's why I ended up using so much brushes. But yeah, inspiration, I think nothing really exactly. It was just that during that time we just kept creating stuff that kind of was similar to this. And so that's what I was comfortable with and I went with that. But for the way that they look, Maria, I went with, like the stereotypical gandang Pilipina, long wavy hair. I put a beauty mark just because I felt like, I don't know, added a little something. And then as for Juan, do we can we say who inspired Juan?
I don't know. Copyright. His name's Coco.
Okay, a very famous
First name
Filipino
Coco.
actor. Okay, I won't say who, but a very famous Filipino actor was actually the inspiration for Juan's looks and his speech patterns. Like this was decided early on that Juan would be based on that actor. But yeah, that's where we got. And I just really designed those two at first, then we just built from there.
I think we would both agree that it's time. It took
Yes.
us how many years to make this film? Because we were doing this in between projects. And
Yes.
yeah, only when we have free time we'll work on this. That's why it took so long. Eventually,
Yeah,
we
that's why
added
so
more
many
people to work
actors.
on it, but the people we added to work on it ended up working on projects also. So it just got delayed and delayed and delayed. What, 6 years? 4 years?
No, I think it was 6. I think like for it to really be final, I think it was 6. But because there was like a really large gap. Like I think a little over a year in between when we first actually started working on it and then like animating a bit more. There was like a gap of like a year or more before we were like,
Yeah,
yeah, okay, we need to work on it.
where
Yeah,
we
yeah.
didn't touch it at all.
We did,
It's
yeah. I
like one
literally
day we
just made the
realized,
character.
why aren't we working on this?
I remember like we just settled on the look and like okay, we're gonna go with a retelling of Mary McKeeling. I think you made the script already, but then after a year, yeah, we became so busy with our actual projects and stuff. Then yeah, then we were like, oh my god, we didn't do anything. So we started to work on it every now and then, yeah, and then we thankfully met really talented artists who we semi-forced. No, I'm kidding. No, we had them work on on this project while we were busy with our regular work. But it still took too long. That was really the biggest issue. It was like setting aside time and manpower. Because definitely this couldn't be done by just the two of us.
There is no budget. There
Yeah.
is there is no cost saving.
I was
It's
about to say,
just
what? We have a budget?
it's just spending.
It's just, yeah. I mean, okay, early on, we already knew that
We
this was
didn't
like a
have,
passion project. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I
So
didn't have a big
it's not
budget
like,
like 1 million pesos
mm,
for this whole film. No, I
oh
didn't
my
have
God,
anything like that. Or just okay, spend, spend, spend. Oh, they need money. Okay, spend.
no. Yeah. I think we only realized that like maybe halfway through that. Oh, okay. Like we actually do need to spend a bit so that we this will actually get done. Because at first it was just us doing it. So of course, we weren't spending for that, but we were like, this is never gonna get done if we don't actually spend a little. Yeah, then it just grew from there.
That's it. But yeah, every time we
See?
see this film, we still enjoy it. I still laugh every time I watch it.
Yeah. I think until now, the fact that I still find it funny is very rewarding. Like, okay, we actually made something that we ourselves would find funny and entertaining. And it was really our first time to do anything like this, as in, let's just make a short film, for fun. And, we definitely did not realize that it would take this long or be this complicated. So to see it honestly, like, finished, that was really like, oh my God, we did it. We finally did it. So that in itself was already like super rewarding.
I think when we first started this, I think we've been working with ads for what, 5, 10 years, something.
Or more, yeah, around,
Yeah,
yeah.
around that time. And then we are like, okay, all this time we've been working, we never made anything for ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we started this project. So yeah, it's very rewarding that we got to finish it. And that because of this, we started creating more things, and it started to become a habit.
Yeah, it was really because of this. And at first, I mean, that's why we weren't able to give it like much time at first because we were still, we couldn't give up the regular work. So I really think that because we went through that, we were able, definitely that helped friendly foes know how to better manage for all the projects later on. And that's why,
Yeah.
we're able to do more fun stuff now.
Okay, question from Raf. As a company that started out doing mostly commercial animation, what prompted you to create your first full short film? Hubris. I think I had this motto from before because a lot of people complain, especially other creators in the ad space. They always complain that they don't get their way, they couldn't make something nice because the client always gets in the way. So I always had this thought in my mind that if you wanted to make something nice, make a film. If you wanted, because ads is a job. So
Yeah.
don't expect to impose your will on an ad because it's not your film, it's a client's film. So if you want to make something nice, go make your own.
I mean, basically, to sum it up, it's like, okay, we got sick of being told what to do, so we decided to just do something on our own.
Yes, in plainer
And
terms.
we just wanted to work on something fun because ever since, right, we would watch a lot of all these animation films or even other ads, and we'd get so inspired, and then we'd feel like, oh, when will we do something like that? Then we just actually direct just decided like, why don't we just make one then because since he already used to write some scripts from before, that's how that conversation got started. But yeah.
Uni asks, why is the title of the film Bebot? I think the title was the last thing that we we decided on.
Yeah.
We just wanted something that represents the film, kinda. Okay, it's about a hot girl, but we're not gonna call it hot girl. It needs to be somewhat Filipino and
Hmm.
somewhat funny because just to clearly set the tone of what the film is
Yeah.
about. And so yeah, I think we went with chicks. I think
Yeah.
Bebot is the more politically appropriate.
Politically appropriate.
title.
Yeah, but definitely it was definitely that we wanted to set the tone of the film with the title itself because it's basically telling you like, please don't take this seriously. Like it's literally something for fun.
Why did we choose Maria Makiling as an inspiration? I think
Isn't it a story?
it's
Yeah.
the most popular, one of the more prominent myths that it's easily recognizable. I think that's
Mm.
one of the reasons for me. And the actual story is quite interesting. There's a lot of stories about Maria Makiling, and they vary from one writing to another. But yeah, most of them are interesting, and I think we just melded them all together in the script and bastardized it.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I think
Uh,
going back to the title, we couldn't call it Maria Makiling because historians will kill us.
yeah, definitely we couldn't call it that. Yeah, yeah.
We couldn't put the.
We decided early on. Yeah, we
We
can.
never
Yeah.
even mentioned Mount Makiling in this film because
Yeah.
we didn't want historians to get mad.
Yeah, that's why we only call her Maria and just leave it at that. The mountain and then Maria. Yeah.
Why did you
Mm,
decide to have your debut film revolve around hot girl problems? No reason.
no
We just
reason.
wanted to
Honestly, we
make
just
fun stuff. Something funny.
yeah, like literally while he was making the script, we were laughing. Like that's that's pretty much how it went. And then yeah. There's no yeah, the reason was just we just wanted something funny and then that like hot girl problem was maybe also the simplest thing we could tie in with Maria Makiling, you know. I mean, one of the actual myths does have to do with her being, very popular
Very
and being
pretty.
chased by many. Yeah, yeah. So it's actually yeah, it was just like it just made sense to tie it in.
Now that you have Bebot in your roster, what things would you do differently if you were given the chance to create another short film?
I think you can answer this. You've done this already.
What would I do? The wobbly hands that I really hated. Yeah, there's some parts of the film that could use a lot some work, but once you get it out there, it's there. There's no point
Oh no, I
regretting
think
over it.
no, I think he's asking because
Ah, another
what would you
short
do?
film.
Yeah, which you've already done. So I think you can say how you approach your next short film differently.
I think there's more proper management for our next few shorts. And since we got the flow and the knack of managing, creating a film, a longer format film, I think it's easier when it came to the next film. Doing things differently. What did we do differently? Yeah, just better management, I think.
It was all the organizational aspect of it. I think yeah, it's really important. Time management and
Yeah,
clear
really,
task delegation. I think
yeah, really
also
setting
help.
aside time
That one
to
also.
create your personal work is. Joseph, what's your proudest moment for this film?
My proudest moment. I mean, my character design made it till the end. Nothing was changed. My my 8 brush textures were used. And I mean, yeah, I'm really proud that character design wasn't really like my strength. So for it to have been used until the end, that makes me a bit proud. Yeah, that's an aspect I'm proud of. And also the initial like look tests that we do, like compositing, the lighting and color. I think I worked on that early on with Derek, and then that kind of set the tone as well for the rest of the film. So yeah, I'm quite proud to have been part of that. You, Derek. Wow, what are you most proud of in your film?
That it finished. We answered that.